Aloha! Welcome back to the Anxiety Coaches Podcast. I'm your host and coach, Gina Ryan, and I'm so happy to be with you again today as we consider the many ways to bring your mind and body back to its natural peace and calm. In today's episode, I'm talking about walking away from anxiety. I want to help you to discover the healing power of the labyrinth. And as usual, in today's episode, I want to explore another way to reduce our stress and enhance our sense of well-being and awareness in this busy, busy world that we are all in. Because stress affects not just our minds, but our bodies and our spirits too. Today, I'll introduce you to an ancient yet simple tool, the labyrinth. I hope that you will find through today's episode how walking or tracing a labyrinth can help you to find calm, clarity, and connection. The other day, I went to a place here on the island called the Sacred Garden, and I walked one of the beautiful, peaceful labyrinths that they have there. Now, I went into the labyrinth walk not with any preconceived notions of what I needed or wanted to get out of the experience. I went into the walk simply open. I didn't have anything heavy on my heart or anything I needed answers to, and I didn't feel stressed in any particular way. Interestingly enough, I had a number of aha moments while I was on the labyrinth walk. And after the walk on the medieval 11 circuit labyrinth that is under the kukui trees, I had a distinct shift in energy, both mentally and physically. It was wonderful, and it was obvious that I had been carrying some stress when I went in to the whole labyrinth walk. But I was not cognizant of that. And this is what I'm talking about, why we need to manage our stress or to reduce our stress and become more aware, because we often don't know exactly where we are on that spectrum. We think we are calm. I thought I went in very neutral, calm, and I came out way more relaxed. So I am sure that I reduced my cortisol while I was on that walk, and it was really a good thing for me, mind, body, and spirit. Stress is more than a passing feeling. It really impacts our overall health, and chronic stress can lead to conditions like heart disease, anxiety, and burnout. And awareness, being present with our thoughts and our feelings, is a key to breaking the stress cycle. Awareness empowers us to recognize the triggers and to respond then in life mindfully. And labyrinths provide a unique way to cultivate this awareness while easing tension in both body and mind. So, what is a labyrinth? Not everybody has been to one or knows what they are, so I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that a labyrinth is not a maze. Mazes are designed to puzzle and challenge you with dead ends and lots of different choices. Labyrinths are not that. Labyrinths are a single, purposeful path. They invite us to follow step by step without any fear of getting lost. Now, labyrinths have appeared in cultures across the world, and in Europe, medieval times, even in Native American traditions. But I want to say that no matter what the origin of the labyrinth, they symbolized journeys of transformation and connection to self, to others, or to something greater. The earliest labyrinth designs are thought to date back over 4,000 years. Now that kind of blew my mind. I really did not know that they were happening that long ago, but there are carvings of such things. I think it's very interesting that we are not pursuing this more in this day and age because it is so timeless. The early labyrinth-like structures were constructed or tied to temples, and they symbolized the journey through life, death, and the afterlife. And Native American cultures used labyrinth motifs like the man in the maze as a symbol of life's journey, with its twists and turns representing challenges and lessons. And the Romans adapted labyrinth designs into mosaic floors, often used as decoration in homes and public spaces, symbolizing order and complexity. In medieval Europe, labyrinths became popular in cathedrals, particularly during the 12th and 13th centuries. Pilgrims walked these labyrinths as an alternative to the pilgrimage to Jerusalem, symbolizing spiritual reflection and a path to God. Medieval labyrinths often represented the path to salvation, encouraging meditative walking as a way to connect with the divine. And nowadays, Dr. Laura Artress, an Episcopal priest, she is credited with reintroducing labyrinths as a tool for mindfulness and healing. She popularized the labyrinth at Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, using it as a spiritual and therapeutic practice. Today, labyrinths are found in parks and hospitals, retreat centers, and personal spaces worldwide, and they're embraced as secular and spiritual tools for stress relief and introspection. I have a big love for labyrinths, and I see that they have, over time, evolved from sacred symbols in ancient rituals to tools for mindfulness and healing, showing their timeless appeal. I'm surprised it isn't talked about and used more. And as you will see in the show notes, I left a link for the Worldwide Labyrinth Finder, so you can see if there's anything near you or where you're going on vacation, whatever. There's so many of them. I think you're going to be surprised when you look at that finder and see how many there are. But it is timeless, and it is about our mind, body, and our spirit. It's all-encompassing, and it gives us a way to do this easily and without a lot of need for other people or being in therapy or writing. You're up, you are moving when you do the outside one. It's so versatile that I think that eventually we will all need to have our own little hand-held labyrinths on our desk so that we can calm our nerves when we feel we are ramping up. I have also seen in places where they have, and I think Eve, who owns the Sacred Garden, has one of these, huge canvas with a labyrinth painted on it that can be folded up and taken like to an event or to someone's home or whatever. So that's another option too. But let me get back on track here. I've kind of gone off on a tangent. Now, how would a labyrinth actually reduce stress? When we walk or trace the labyrinth with our finger, if we have a handheld one, we are engaging in a mindfulness practice. It's a proven way to lower cortisol, which, as we all know here, is a primary stress hormone. The simple act of following the path focuses our mind and grounds us in the present moment. The rhythm of walking or tracing matches our breath, soothing the nervous system and activating our parasympathetic response, which is also known as the rest and digest side of our nervous system. And this helps the body relax and heal. Unlike other meditative tools, labyrinths offer a physical journey that mirrors the inward journey of mindfulness. It's a beautiful reflection. Walking or tracing the labyrinth allows your mind to settle as the body follows the simple, guided path. The repetitive, focused action of navigating a labyrinth naturally brings attention to the present moment, and this gives us a calm mental state. The labyrinths are versatile and they are very accessible. If you enjoy walking, you can find outdoor labyrinths, and either when you go on the website and see, you can see them in parks, they're in spiritual centers, public spaces, they're in retreat centers. And for a more portable option, a finger labyrinth is fantastic. It's one you hold in your hand or put on your desk, and you can use them at home or at work or even during travel. And the benefits are profound. The stress relief that I noticed from that walk was amazing. I didn't think I was stressed, but I had a huge shift in both my mental and physical energy and stress when I was finished. It can give us more emotional balance, can improve our focus, and give us a deeper sense of connection. Labyrinths are a gift. They are simple yet profound. And I really hope that you will explore any local labyrinths that you have in your area or integrate a finger labyrinth into your daily life. Like I said, I included a link to the Worldwide Labyrinth Finder in the show notes, and I hope you'll go on there. They also have other interesting things about labyrinths on there, but the main focus is where in the world can you find one? And so whether you're seeking stress relief or clarity or connection, this simple practice can offer a safe and nurturing space for transformation. I really hope that you'll give it a try. You can get yourself to the labyrinth. And one of the things you can do when you get there, and I've done them in other places also, it's usually very quiet library voice that's used in the area. So you can ask questions if you need to, but when you get there, you'll want to take a moment before you step onto the labyrinth and just feel your energy. Maybe have a breath or two there at the very beginning and let yourself feel what you feel. Open yourself up, maybe take a mantra on there with you or a prayer, or just go in as I did, just open and neutral. And know that whatever you need on the labyrinth will be given, and you will know about it while you're there or when you come off. I took my journal and then sat in one of the little cozy areas in the garden and wrote in my journal when I was complete. But once you step onto the labyrinth, you'll begin to walk just one foot in front of the other. The one I was on was very big, and it was outside, so it had gravel on the walkway of it, and you follow the pattern. That's all you do. One foot in front of the other. And you needn't worry if someone else is there. You just give them some space to let them go first and let them maybe take however many paces ahead of you. And then you can step on and just go at the speed you need to go. This is what I've found at labyrinths. If someone wants to pass you, they will simply step to the right onto the next piece that is to the right and take a few steps and go ahead of you. Yes, people will pass you. You may even encounter someone when you are going in one direction, someone is coming the opposite direction. You're going in and they're coming out. One of you just simply steps to the side, lets the other one go, and then you have to remember to step back on to where you were. Now, this is an interesting thing about labyrinths, especially if they are outside and they are big. You will notice you don't know how you got to where you are. You can't even remember, am I going in or am I coming out? And there's no way to tell when you're out there on it. You have to just keep going. It is such an indication of where our mind is at and how easily we can just become lost in thought and not even know where we are and what it is we are doing. That is a very big aha moment that I have had more than once on a labyrinth. And it makes me smile now because it's very interesting. Every time that has happened, now when I go to a labyrinth, I'm more aware, right? My boo-boo helped me to be more mindful in the future. Nothing goes to waste, and there is no wrong way to do the labyrinth. If you get part way and you want to leave, it is all fine. You can stop it wherever you are and walk off of the labyrinth. There's no right or wrong way. But as you are walking one foot in front of the other, you will eventually come to the center, and it will be an area where you can pause in the center and take a few breaths and let your mind settle. Maybe say your mantra or your prayer or just be open and neutral. And then you turn around and walk your labyrinth right back out again. And when you are complete, I do suggest that you take some time and do some writing, because I bet, just like I felt yesterday, went in neutral and open, not thinking I needed anything, and I had a couple of really big aha moments. And I had a huge shift in my energy level, mentally and physically. And that means that I felt my nervous system calmed down tremendously, and I didn't expect that. So I took pen to paper and I took the time to jot down the things that came to me, my aha moments, and what I felt after I had finished the labyrinth. I hope this has been helpful for you. And if you have never done one, maybe you could find one close to you, or you could find a finger labyrinth that you could do. You know, nowadays there's all kinds of things. You could even draw one. You could find out on YouTube, I am sure, someone could show you how to draw a labyrinth, and then you could just trace it with your finger. Or there are probably labyrinth pictures online that you could simply print out. There's no way that you can say you can't do this. It's very, very possible. I hope you will try it. And I enjoyed it so much the other day that I realized I think I really would like to have a finger labyrinth on my desk so that I could just pick it up in those moments when I was feeling maybe heavy or ruminating or having a thought that just felt like I can't get an answer to, and I could settle my soul with using the finger labyrinth on my desk. Again, thank you for letting me talk about my fun and very eye-opening walk on the labyrinth the other day, and I hope that your journey will be filled with peace. And now for today's quote. The path is not linear. It is an infinite spiral. You continually come back to things you thought you understood and see deeper truths. And that's from Barry H. Gillespie. I'll be back in a few more days with another podcast. Until then, be well and aloha.